Hello and welcome. My name is Martyr, and this is the indie game of the week, Bloodlust Shadowhunter. We're going down a dark and creepy path this week with vampires and blood and red eyeballs. But enough of that silliness. If you're not familiar with what indie game of the week is, basically I try to find those gems in the rough, those games that don't exactly have as much PR, don't have enough money to spend on advertising, and I try to show them off and show you what's so neat and amazing about these very cool and unique games. Bloodlust Shadowhunters, which is also on Steam, by the way, is developed by WRF Studios. They've been around for quite a while, according to their website, but they still have managed to stay in the indie level and have been making games for the indie crowd for a long time. So they have some experience in what they're doing here. They reached out to me though, and they said, "Hey, you want to play our game? It's a little bit different from what you usually do." And to be honest with you, I was okay with that. I'm like, yeah, I want to do something a little different. Maybe something a little dark, a little creepy. So I decided to play Bloodlust Shadowhunter. And what made me so excited about this game is, for an indie developer, this game is very well polished. It has a lot to offer. But you know what? Instead of saying all that, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, this game, it derives itself a little bit from, I guess you could say, like Dark Souls. It's a hardcore RPG game that basically punishes you if you act like a moron. You can make a class. There's 3 classes to choose from, to be exact. There's also several races you can choose from that have different attributes. You can be a guy or girl or whatever you want. There's 3 classes currently: warrior, witch, and criminal, which is kind of like a ranged class, if I had to guess. They use guns and crossbows and crazy stuff like that. The fact that she's wielding that crossbow one-handed is pretty impressive, by the way. And basically, you get to choose your stats and pretty much have almost full control over everything, every aspect of your character. I'm not sure how much customization is going to be allowed for your character quite yet, but so far this is just a demo that they have, and this isn't the final product. Always important to say that. But let's get started here. I'm going to be a chick, and I'm going to name her Martyr, because that makes totally no sense. I am level 1, have 30 health. I'm going to be a warrior. I have 5 points to spend here, so I'm going to be a little persuasive, some strength, and you know what? I'm going to need some health. So let's get some, what is it? Is it dex? No, it's persuasion. It's vitality. There we go. And that's basically it. That's what we're going to start off with. There really isn't much else to go from there. Oh, name already exists. All right. Martyr. Thank you. There you go. It's probably referring to the fact that I have another character that's named Martyr, but that's beyond the point. Right here is a little bit of an intro for you, so I'll just shut up and let you watch that there. Just to note, I'm just going to whisper this, but the graphics probably are way more intense when you actually download the demo and they're on your computer. They're way more crisp and clean. This is just for the purposes of frame rates that I kind of dumbed it down a little bit so that way you could see things a little bit more clearly. I also brightened it up a little bit so that way you could, well, see what the hell it is I'm doing. So there we go. Ravens and birds and tombs and vampires need new locations to stay in. These poor guys. Giant snake statues. Oh, that guy's dead. Oh, he touched something he shouldn't have, obviously. Oh, he's just dead, and a purple stone was laying in his grave. Some of the features of this game, by the way, just to start off with, they have several, like I said, several classes, several races. They have disciplines and spells, and the way you access those disciplines and spells is how you interact with the different clans, the vampire clans. So you can get different abilities, you can have different alliances. Every game it can be a little different depending on what you do in the game. There's like I said, you can betray your clan, you can join a new clan. There's a whole lot of different features.
The early evening's dusk
Wake up, legend.
as a new moon rises. Your memory is
all vampires speak very dramatically, apparently.
But with each new bloodline, you will grow stronger.
Wow, I definitely need a tan, I think.
I will explain.
And maybe some Visine for my eyes.
I've asked Varric what show you through these long years. Seek a map should you need any guidance from the ruins.
As you can see, the studio really was determined to make a authentic feel to it all, and it feels really good, and how it all looks and its design and all that. So there we go. I'm out of my tomb. I have a flashlight and a knife. And some abilities down here, which I don't know exactly what they are. Vampire Gaze, Iron Aura, and Bite. That's another thing I should mention. There is one of the very, very neat features of this game is there is a sire system. What that basically means is you can actually make other vampires, and they do things for you and earn experience, or maybe bring you items. I'm not exactly sure the exact extent of what they do, but when you make a vampire, the only thing that backfires on you is that the person that made you becomes more stronger, and that is ultimately who you're supposed to fight, the person who made you a vampire. I guess that is the ultimate goal. So the more vampires you make, the more stronger you become, but at the same time, so does he. You can see how that bites you in the butt there, no pun intended. These are the inventory. I'm just going to run through these little menus here. Journals, menus, whoopsie. Derp. Character sheet, of course. And that's that. Alright. Let's get to it, shall we? There is a run button, by the way. I've got to learn to start pressing that button there. And we've met our first person here. We got Varrock.
Fledgling, how was your sleep?
Varrock does not look healthy, and his mouth is sewn shut. There's also a little bit of, a neat little conversation system. I thought that was kind of neat.
My name is Varrock. I am the caretaker here in the ruins. I can see you are a little confused, no? Quite normal in these circumstances. Side effects from the bite, perhaps. Find the statue of the ancients. The spirit will guide your path.
So the first quest basically is to get out of this tomb, this place, and I guess make our way to whoever created us and such. Whoa, that hurt. Could have hurt, I mean. There's a wolf nearby. Let's kill it. Or let's get our asses kicked by one of the two. Oh, another thing to mention, all loot is randomly generated. So, if you pick something up in one game, it probably will be a little different. And let's bite this guy. What is
Hey,
it?
look. No, not really. But I did see you sleeping earlier when I took a peek inside your coffin. I'm sorry, but I was searching for blood fragments, and that's usually what you find inside dead vampire coffins. Didn't find
Interacting
anything,
with
but I did
him may
notice a few items next to your
That's
coffin.
kind of neat.
I didn't touch him, no, but I was curious who left that weapon in
Apparently he's
flashlight.
looking for something called blood fragments.
Oh man, you must have been asleep a long time. Blood fragments are very, very valuable. Just be glad you didn't have one for me to steal, huh? Me and a few other guys have been
alrighty then.
hired as excavators
You went into
to
these
find
dark
blood
and creepy
fragments
ruins
in
to
the
find a thing called blood fragments. You're not an idiot
Oh,
or anything.
I'm just waiting for those wolves to go away. One of them tore up my leg pretty bad. Man, once they lock on, they just don't let up. I even lost a full bag of blood jewels while trying to escape those creatures. Which reminds me...
So the game, like I said, has
take it.
quests.
It's probably attracting those wolves close to the end.
And you could choose to help people
Also,
or
if you
not,
need any
depending on
lockpicks
what
or
it is you
keys,
do.
You might want to find Sarah. She set up a...
And it also has different secret passages and such. For instance, there's one right there, but I can't get to it quite yet. So we're going to go see if we can find these blood jewels for this guy. Oh, and by the way, just to show you, because I think it's hilarious. Yep, you can bite him. See? There you go. So I bit that guy. And like, oh crap, there's a zombie. But the game basically is one of the hardcore games, so this is just the tutorial area, but the game itself is much harder in reality. Let's see if you look down here, there's a panel down here. You can activate traps, and it looks like it's going to activate that door down there. We gotta kill this guy first. There's several different kinds of weapons, and I'm not hitting that guy. Several different kinds of weapons, not necessarily just knives and a flashlight. So we'll hopefully see some of those soon. As you can tell, I've played the game a little bit, so I know exactly what I'm doing. And basically what I just activated was like this little glowing ball. And that little glowing ball... I say I played the game and I derp on the screen. That little glowing ball lets you kind of sneak into things and see where things are. Kind of like a... It allows you to get to secret passages and such, and unfortunately if it hits anything though, it dies immediately like that, so... But yeah, there's secret passages. There's a whole lot of neat stuff in this game. Chests, of course. There's traps. You gotta disarm them. Place knife into this chest. Alright, let's do that. I don't know what that's gonna do. There you go, we put the knife into the chest. Nothing happened, but whatever. Get my knife back on here. And the game, like I said, the game has a kind of like an inventory system, the whole shebang. Whole RPG experience. And it's pretty dope for a indie developer, as it were. And that chest just blew up in my face. I don't know what any of this does. An ancient book, snake scale, and a puzzle note. So that sucked. Apparently these have to equal up to 3. I wonder what that has when that opens up. Maybe we'll find some treasure. Well, there you go. And there's a chest. Alright. Of course, every chest has a trap on it, which is kind of annoying. Especially seeing how I keep failing to get them. I got a top hat and goggles. Super sweet. I like that. Because everybody should wear a top hat and goggles. Especially if you're a vampire. Already, right there, I'm a huge fan of this game. It has a top hat and I'm wearing goggles. How dope is that? Oh crap, he's back. Take that, you stupid creature. So as you can see, the game is pretty neat in the fact that the loot is random. I didn't get that in my last playthrough. I actually got like a hammer there at some point. So I'm not much happier with the top hat. I really, truly am. Let's get rid of that no tutorial thing by hitting the save. There's also random bases, and sometimes they have items in them where they can explode. Another top hat. I have 2 top hats. Not sure what that's going to do for me. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This one scenario. Oh, hello. I'm being attacked by a leech. Stupid leeches. And oh boy, what is that? Let's fly into his mouth. Head trigger secret activates. Like I said, this is just to show you, this is like a tutorial how things work. So, I hope you're enjoying this. I got some boots. Put those suckers on. And as you can see, I guess you do have a level of customization, the fact that you can alter your character's appearance. So that's pretty neat. And there we go. We got the bag of jewels. Let's take it back. You can run, kind of. Jump. Jumping is very fast. Let's get those jewels back, shall we? I fell in the water like a doof. That guy's over here. Let's see what he's up to. You got your jewels, buddy. Hope you're happy. Take them.
Have you found my bag yet?
Yeah, I found him. Here we go. Let's give him. We could lie, or we'll give him the jewels.
Thanks. Since you helped me out, I guess I could teach you secret sight.
Teach me the
It's a
secret
skill that helps
sight.
you find a few fragments, and it might help you find whatever you're
He's gonna
looking
give me
for,
some
too.
3D goggles.
You want me to teach it to you? There you go. Give that a try. In fact, I think
Apparently, there's a secret wall behind him that you can use to use the secret sight on here. Let's do that really quick by pressing 5. And that opens up the secret door. That's pretty neat. Well, there you go. You can see how that kind of works. And we got something else back up here. Let's back up here. Alright. Aim this sucker upwards. And then downwards. And then hit the switch. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I just died. I hope I hit save recently. Yes, I did. Alright, let's not do that again. Like I said, the game punishes you if you're not paying attention. And obviously, for instance, right there, obviously was not. So let's jump this time. And we got a fragment and a treasure chest, which is always nice. I don't have any lockpicks though, so I need to gotta hope that deactivates the trap. Nope, sure didn't. Lovely. Okay, let's try that again. So, as you can see, the game can get pretty challenging if you're a noob like me. So, you know, just be careful of that trap there in the tutorial. I guess we're going to need to do this to get the door open again. Nope, we got to use the secret side to open up the door again. That's what it is. Okay. And there we go. We got the guy back his gems. I hope I've inspired you to play this game. As you can tell, it's mega fun. It's very neat. Lots of neat customization. Lots of abilities, which I haven't even really tapped upon and shown you yet. But you can do whole lots of stuff. Also, your point allocation is permanent, so it also makes you kind of it makes you think about what you're going to want to spend your points in. If you're not careful, well, you're going to mess yourself over, huh? So there you go. What else is this? What is this? This is skills. The skills, like I said, you can get different skills depending on who it is you work for. For instance, you see you have to have 15 points of reputation with these guys, get spiritcraft. There's just a whole list of spells and abilities, and they're probably adding more and more as the game goes on in development. So that's pretty neat. And with the entire sire system, which we haven't even accessed yet, just to let you know, I mean that's a whole other aspect of the game that you haven't even seen. So that is essentially just very awesome, I think, for just an indie developer, and a very well polished game, like I said. So I hope, like I said, I hope you give this game a chance. They're on Steam Greenlight. There will be a link in the description. You should go and give them your support. And as always, thank you for joining us. This has been the Indie Game of the Week, and there's a zombie heading my way. Die, zombie, die! Oh, this stupid zombie stunned me. Oh, let me kill this thing. So, let me do my outro, you stupid zombie. Okay. As always, thank you for joining us. This has been the Indie Game of the Week, Bloodlust Shadowhunter. See you next time.